Ah, yes. Salt Lake International Airport.
American Airlines flight number 26.
I like airports. There's always people going to and coming from adventures. Speaking of adventures, who is this bald man coming to our terminal? That's James. Now, normally, this vlog will be, as in the title, in Utah. This one, though, won't be. I figured may as well start it off with somewhere a little more exotic, sort of, but it'll be a great adventure nonetheless. This vlog, though, will consist of places around Utah like hot springs, movie filming locations like Indiana Jones, 3 O'Clock High, The Sandlot, but this one's going to start off a little bit differently at a place a little bit more magical. You may be wondering, though, where we at Adventurous Utah are going, but that will be a secret that you'll find out a little later. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of great things that we'll be talking about and doing on these first few vlogs. But it'll be a fun adventure with some secrets and mysteries and ghost stories. So it's gonna be a great time. Our chariot awaits.
Filling it up with gas, which is gonna take forever. Well, that's freaky.
Fire in that plane over there.
Are you okay if I look? That's not comforting at all. You should tell your mom what we just saw. I don't want to say it loud.
Welcome to Long Beach Airport, home to this palm tree, and also the gateway to the place a lot of people come through, and it's Disneyland. Yep, you guessed it. Now, it may be a little bit cliche, but it's definitely a staple of Utahns coming here, enjoying all this magic and lots of people. But as long as you get fast passes, it's all right. So our first spooky ghost story starts right here on Main Street, USA, and is about the light in the firehouse. Now, everyone probably knows a story that the light in the firehouse is kept on to symbolize that Walt is always here in the park. However, the spooky story is that one day there was a maid that was cleaning Walt's apartment after he had died. She turned the light off, turned around to walk out the door, and the light turned back on. So she went back to the light, turned it off again, and again, it turned back on, and this time she heard a voice that said, "I'm still here." Ooh, that's the spooky side. Now, the real story is the first thing that I mentioned, that it stays lit to symbolize that Walt's always here in the park, because when he was here at the park, the light would be on. So it's a fun story, and there's a little bit of a spooky story too. Now, I know what you're thinking about this next one. Everybody does it, which is true, but I still think it's super interesting. This is the test wall. Now, you'll notice that on this side, we have bricks that are all the same size and space, But over here, they're not. That was because, and it's true, when they were building Disneyland, they were testing different brick spacings and size of bricks to see what they wanted to use. And they had this wall that was being moved around different places until it finally ended up here in this back alley down Main Street. This next Disneyland secret takes place a little bit further down Main Street towards the castle, and it's right here at this seemingly closed shop. Now, up here when Disneyland originally opened, this was in fact a lingerie store. And in here you could buy your own Disney underwear, and there was an animatronic inside named the Wizard of Bras that would guide you around the store and teach you more about women's underwear. Pretty interesting, isn't it? It's kind of crowded here today. Not too bad, but more than we normally like to come on. But that's Disneyland for you. Now the next secret, or ghost story rather, takes place down here towards the end of Main Street. Now, the story goes that there was a woman in the Victorian era that died here somewhere on the property that Disneyland was built on. And the story goes that this woman in a white Victorian dress will guide lost children back down Main Street to the baby care center where their parents can come and pick them up. A little spooky. Which brings me to my next one. Here at the Coke Corner, the entrance here, you can see something very unusual. You can look and see the pattern of red, white lights until you get to this awkward corner. You see it? Right there. Yep. The two-tone light bulb. Obviously the space wasn't right to have two-toned all the way around, or rather to have the pattern go all the way around. So they didn't know what to do, and the legend is that Walt himself said, well, just paint half the light bulb rather white and half of it red. And they've kept it ever since. Main Street at night. It's one of the most magical times at Disneyland. We've had a great day today, full of mystery and ghost stories and meeting new friends, seeing old friends, and looking forward to a great week here. So I'll leave you with this sight, but remember, control the controllables and make every day an adventure.